Guys, welcome back to the channel. And I also want to say happy New Year's because it is a new year, as you can see. I don't know where to even start. I just know that I've been gone. And I keep saying this every single time. Life be life, and you don't even understand. But then again, some of you guys do understand. You know what I mean when I say life be life. But I want to go ahead and get into these Grammy nominations because today, when I put this out, the Grammys will be on, and we will be seeing the winners. But I wanted to go over my thought on who I think will be winning and taking home some of these categories. So allow me to scroll down so that we can go over the nomination list, and I will tell my predictions, per se, is what I should say, on who I believe should or will be taking home this year's Grammy nom. All right. So we have category 1. And in category 1, it's record of the year. You have Now and Then, The Beatles, Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, Sabrina Carpenter with Espresso, 360 by Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe, Chappell Roan, and then Fortnite, Taylor Swift. I ain't never heard of Fortnite. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever heard of that song. So that's number 1. I don't think you can be a contender if no one is playing the song. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, Taylor Swift, what's the people, the Swifties, y'all be going hard as hell for Taylor. So let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've ever heard that song being played anywhere, to be so real with you. Now and Then, The Beatles. I don't know if that would be record of the year. Again, this is another song that I haven't heard. Maybe is it not in my playlist? I'm trying to be open-minded here and see what other people would think about this category, but I don't think that one is going to win or take it either. But the way that the Grammys work, it doesn't matter if it's popular. It's more so about who they want to win. That's why it's kind of like, Texas Hold'em by Beyonce is a good contender because we definitely heard that song a lot. And I'm trying to understand what's the difference between record of the year and song of the year. If someone knows, please tell me in the comments because I don't understand that. But I thought it would be one and the same. Record, song, don't know. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. My contenders for this year, for record of the year, if I'm being honest, this year is going to be very tight. I'm going to tell you the 3 or the 4 that I have winning a lot Sunday. I am going to be honest with you, Texas Hold'em, Espresso, Birds of the Feather will be top 3, and Not Like Us for record of the year. I've heard Espresso quite a bit. I heard Texas Hold'em quite a bit. Birds of the Feather, of course, that is definitely a song that's been played very often, and then Kendrick Lamar. So that's the top 4 who I would understand would take it. Now, we know the way that the Grammys work. We know that they like to play in our fave's face when it comes to these, these awards, and they like to play. But I'm going to be okay if they give it to either one of those artists, Kendrick, Billie, Sabrina, or Beyonce. But my opinion, I think for record of the year, it should probably go to Billie Eilish. just because the impact of the song and the fact that I've heard it everywhere all year long for record of the year. I think that's what record of the year would be if I'm hearing it all year round. And also, I think that is a very good song, and I'll get into that in a minute. Let's get into category number 2. Category 2, we have Album of the Year. We have New Blue Sun, Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Brat, Charlie XCX, ooh, help me, DJs Volume 4, I don't know what that is. I wonder if I'm saying it right. DJesse, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. Oh, baby, there's a lot of people. Chaperone, The Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess. The Tortured Poets Department. Okay. Again, I have not heard this Taylor Swift album. No, I lied. I think I did hear this album. Let me see what it looked like. Let's see what it looks like, because if it's what I think it is, I did briefly skim through. I have been trying to be very open with my music taste in the last couple of months, because I wanna broaden, my music taste. And if this is what I think it is, this damn album was boring as hell. Let me see what it looked like. Yeah, I think I've heard this one, and it put me to sleep. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Taylor, baby, I don't understand. I don't see what y'all hear when y'all be listening to these albums. I'll be honest with you. I did try also to listen to the Chaperone because I heard the hype and I wanted to see what it was about. And surprisingly, I actually liked some of the songs. I didn't hear the full album. I think I heard at least more than half of the album though to give an observation of what I think. And it's different and I like it. I actually thought it was cool. I have yet, I want to apologize because I keep saying this. I have yet to put out my reaction and my thoughts review on the Hit Me Hard and Soft album, but I will be dropping that very soon because I feel like I just need for you guys to hear what I thought about it. I did not hear the Brat album. I don't even know who DJesse is, so I definitely have not heard that. Short and Sweet. This album right here, baby, I don't know if she understands how good that album was. Like, literally, it's called Short and Sweet, but it was I think it was like 10 tracks. And off of an album, it's very rare that an album will be good straight through. And this was a no-skip album, for sure. Billie's album was also a no-skip album. And then I have not heard Cowboy Carter in its entirety. I have not reacted to it. I have not reviewed it. I don't know entirely how good it is, but I have tried to listen to a few tracks here and there, or I've heard it on other TV shows or like live shows per se. Her performing, she did perform a few of the songs at a halftime that I watched, and some of the songs I've heard because of social media, but I'll get off into that in a little bit. But if we're talking about this category in particular, who do I think should win versus who they may give it to? I'm going to say album of the year. This is very hard. But I'm going to go with Billie Eilish. Sabrina is right after. And then I don't know about the Cowboy Carter album. I haven't heard it all, so I can't really critique it all the way. But I I haven't heard as much work off of that album as I have the Billy and the Sabrina album. They really ate them albums up. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I would give it to Billy for album of the year. Song of the year. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. I Okay. Well, there is a brief description, so I probably should look into that. It does state a songwriter award is what song of the year is. A song is eligible if it was first released or if it's first achieved prominence during the eligibility year. Okay, so let's go back up to, let me see. Let's go back up to record of the year so we can see what record of the year is. Award to artists. Okay, so I guess there's a difference into who it is for. Record is for the artist, and then song of the year is for songwriters. Good to know, because I really didn't know the difference. But with song of the year, they have a bar song by Shabuzi, Birds of the Feather with Billy, Phoenix, Die with a Smile, E-Mile. I have heard of D-Mile. I think they call him D-Mile. James, I've heard of him before. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Fortnite, Jack Antonoff, Austin. I think it's Post Malone. I think that's who Austin is. And Taylor Swift, Good Luck Babe, Callie, Rose, Daniel, Justin, Chaperone, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Please, 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 Amy, Jack Antonoff, Sabrina, and then Texas Hold'em, Brian Bates, Atia, Beyonce, Elizabeth, Megan, and a few other people who have, I guess, wrote on this song. If we're looking into song credentials, song of the year, I would go. What I think should win, I would probably say Birds of a Feather should win, as well as Not Like Us. Those are my two predictions for what I think. Either one of them should win. Who I think they're gonna give it to, it might be Billy. I feel like, honestly, I think Billy is gonna sweep. And I can talk more into that after I read off the full list, because I really want to go in on how I feel about Billy this year and the way my eyes have opened to this woman. But we'll get into that shortly after this. Best new artist, we have Benson Boone or Boone. Is it Boone? Something like that. Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii. Khruangbin. I am horrible with names. Ray, my girl Ray. Chaperone, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims sings the one song, Lose Control, I believe. That's him. Best new artist. Now, I believe that either I give it to Ray. I'm a Ray stan. I just need y'all to know that. I want Ray to win something so bad. Only because talent has been missing from the industry for a minute. In the last, I want to say, approximately 5 years or so. Not saying that there aren't talented artists, because there definitely is. But as far as an artist like Ray to be within this category, not saying nothing about nobody else, because I really like Sabrina. I really like Doechii. I like Teddy Swims. I have not heard too much of Shabuzi, but other people like him, and I want to give it a listen. So y'all might tell me tell me in the comments what he has out that I can listen to, a body of work. because I think he released the album, if I'm not mistaken, but I just haven't heard anything. But more of the story, back what I was saying is, I believe Ray should definitely win because she's bringing artistry on a whole different level. Songwriting, live vocals, production, message. It's so much that woman is doing and can do. Although some of these artists are not new, this category is always horrible because they throw a lot of people that have been around for a long time, but they do it because I guess they're new to them. So best new artist, I would predict that they would possibly give it to Chaperone. The only reason why I say that because Grammy do a lot of hype shit. Like everything is always what everybody else like. So they might give it to Chaperone, or I can see it going to Sabrina. Do I believe that they're gonna give it to Doechii? Absolutely not. Although they have been using Doechii as they keep saying she's one of the best artists out, which she is. But do I see the Grammys being like, oh, here you go, Doechii, out of this full list? I think not. And I also feel like they might not even give it to Ray, which is gonna piss me off because I know them. But I honestly feel like Ray deserves it, if anything. The last 2 or 3 years this woman has had with Escapism, Oscar Winning Tears, and Genesis, all the songs that she's put out, that whole album actually of 21st Century Blues has been literally flawless work. But they're not, I just don't see them giving it to her because that's just what they do. But I would say she should win Best New Artist. And Sabrina's not even a new artist. It's a lot of people on here that's not. Doechii is not new. Doechii been out for a few years, but they have to give them a category. And they might even give it to Teddy Swims, but I just feel like Chaperone is who they're gonna give it to, just so everyone can feel included. They do a lot of that. It's like a popularity contest half of the time. All right, next category we have Producer of the Year. All right, so this is Producer of the Year. It does state here that artist name appear in parentheses. So there is Alicia. I guess these are the songs that she's produced. I've never heard of her, but that's okay because I don't know too many producers unless I'm like locked in with some of the songs that they create. The next one, again, like I said, the D-Mile. I've definitely heard of D-Mile, and D-Mile is an amazing producer. He works a lot with Victoria Monet. Oh, she's also on this list. He's did That's You, Lucky Day. Lucky Day, don't get me started with Lucky Day, but I think I'll get started when we start seeing the R&B categories because I have a lot to say about that. But anyways, D-Mile has he's done bar song too. Okay, so he's actually doing quite a bit. We have Ian Fitchuk. He did Amen by Beyonce, Angel Face, Don't Forget Me, Peaceful. Again, these are some songs that I don't know too well. I don't know him too well as a producer. DJ Mustard, Faith of a Mustard Seed. I guess that was an album. That's why there's an A right there. Not Like Us, of course, by Kendrick Lamar. Parking Lot with him and Travis Scott. They have a Daniel Nigro, if that's how you say it. Can't Catch Me Now, Hunger Games, Chaperone, Good Luck Babe, Olivia Rodrigo. Okay. If I'm going off of this Producer of the Year, I would say D-Mal, like I said, only because he's been creating quite a bit amazing tracks. Again, I don't know the rest of these people like that. Mustard, I would say, because this is the people I know, but who knows who they're going to give it to in that category. They have Songwriter of the Year. This is non-classical. Is Songwriter Award. Artist names are in the parentheses. You have Jessie Alexander. Again, she's produced for people I have no idea of who they are. Amy Allen, she did a lot of things with, looks like Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae, and Olivia Rodrigo, Justin Timberlake. Okay, Amy girl. We have Edgar. Oh, I'm not gonna keep mispronouncing these people names, but Edgar did things with Shakira, Becky G. This looks like a lot of Latina category. Spanish music, okay. Okay, Khalid, he did some work with Khalid. We have Jesse. Ooh, I think I scrolled up too much. We have Jesse Joe Dillon, Am I Okay? Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, Megan Maroney. Boy, y'all be having some names. We have Ray, my girl Ray. Okay, look. All right, look. If y'all don't give Ray an award for one of these categories, I'm raising hell. She did some work with Rita Ora. Okay, Rita. Because I Love You with Holly, Jennifer Lopez, Genesis, which is her own song, Mother Nature, Paralyzed with Lucky Day, which I love that song so much. Y'all don't even understand. Riverdance, Beyonce, You're Hired. I don't know who that is. The Naked is how it's pronounced. Give it to Ray. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Give that woman her credits. We have a dance pop category. This is best pop solo performance. All right, we getting off into the good stuff. Again, I have not, y'all gonna get so mad. I have not heard this Beyonce album in its entirety, so I don't even remember what Bodyguard sound like. So I don't know. Espresso, Sabrina. Lovely track. I hated that. Let me tell you something. I hated Espresso for so long. I could not understand why y'all liked that song until I really dialed in. I was like, okay, I get it. I get the wittiness of it. The video was amazing. Sabrina has a very it's so like old school way of like promotion, but also witty humor within her music, which makes her such a good artist. And I don't know, I did briefly see her on Disney Channel, but I think by the time she was on Disney Channel, I wasn't watching it anymore. So I can't really tell you too much of how she was acting on whatever show she was on, but I did see her a few times on there. As far as her music, I've only been introduced to her music within the last year or so I don't know what she used to sound like before. But grown her is giving what it needs to be give. And she needs to definitely do an R&B album after this if she has not thought to do so. Anyways, back to the best pop solo performance. We have Bodyguard, Espresso, Apple. Again, I have not heard the Charlie XCX album either, and that's not because I don't like pop, but they said hers is a little bit different. It's more like alternative rock or something. They said it was like Birds of a Feather, Billy, Good Luck Babe, Chaperone. Best pop. Espresso might take it. I would say Espresso to take it for best pop solo. Or they may give it to Chaperone. Because I've heard that they really love that song. So it might be Chaperone for best pop. Again, these are my opinions and what I think that they're gonna do. What I like and what I think they're gonna do is sometimes totally different from what's going on. So we're gonna see how everything unfolds definitely tonight. Best pop duo group performance for new vocal or instrumental duo group or collaborative pop recordings, singles or tracks only. Us, Gracie Abrams. I like this one song and I can't remember. Maybe when I edit this video I can slide it in what it's called. but I did not know it was her, and I love this one song. I just don't know the name right now. I kept hearing it, and I was like, who is this? And I just recently found out it was Gracie Abrams, but I don't know the name of it, so I will probably include that in the video later. Levi Jeans, Beyonce, Post Malone. And then we have Guess by Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish. The Boy Is Mine, Ariana Grande, Brandy and Monica, Die With a Smile. Ooh, this is tight. Only being because these records are very popular, and if we all know the Grammys is a popularity contest as always, and whoever they feel want to take it. I'm gonna say my opinion. This is again my opinion. The Boy Is Mine by Ariana, Brandy, and Monica. I did not care too much for the original. I was like, okay, this is cute because it's giving Brandy and Monica, of course, paying homage to them. And I was like, And then she put out the remix with Brandy and Monica. And y'all, Brandy, I don't know if y'all don't know, y'all need to get familiar with Brandy. Brandy's ability to come on a track and make it 100 times better needs to be studied. That woman right there, we already know vocal Bible, she's not called that for no reason. Oh my gosh. And then Monica, I'm like, pop duo. I would give it to Ariana for The Boy Is Mine. Now, what they might do is, because I know they not finna give Beyonce, I'm telling y'all right now, because the Hive finna be mad. They is not giving Beyonce all these Grammys tomorrow. I'm gonna let y'all know tonight, tonight. They're not giving her all of those Grammys. I'm gonna just let y'all know. They're gonna try to dispute these, distribute these awards, so they make people feel included, or they might let what's the girl name, Billy Sweet, because I just don't see them giving Beyonce. And I have not heard the album, but I don't see it. I don't think that Cowboy Carter was her best album, although I haven't heard everything. But I know, you know how you know when something is good based off of the perception that the perception of what everybody else sees. Like, if there's a track, we will hear it played in the ground, right? For Beyonce's last album, Renaissance. I heard that album one time in its entirety, and there were certain tracks that I liked off of it, like America's Got a Problem. That was my favorite song off of that album. And then I liked Cuff It. I liked the remix. And I think I didn't even like the full album of that, honestly. I'm very much so old Beyonce to a T, right? But there were songs off that album I was like, okay, I like this. This Cardboard Carter album, I have only really heard the two mainstream songs, which was 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em. I liked 16 Carriages more than I liked Texas Hold'em. And with that being said, being that those are the only two songs that I really heard more than, which is very odd for a Beyonce album. You usually hear at least 6 or 7 tracks off of her album. I didn't hear that much. I've heard Levi Jeans be a thing with Post Malone, but the airplay of the album was not posterized as much as Beyonce albums are usually posterized. That's just my thought. I could be wrong, but I didn't hear that Beyonce album played as much as these other people albums, like Ariana's or Charlie's or Billy's or Sabrina. Like, this was a really good year for them. Not saying Beyonce isn't Beyonce, but Beyonce compared to those albums is literally last place compared to what they have done. So I'm gonna say for best pop duo, I would give it to Ariana for sure. Because if they don't give Ariana something, I'm gonna get pissed too. On to the next one. We have best vocal album. For albums containing greater than 75% playing time of new pop vocal recordings. Oh, okay. I never knew it was that detailed. We have Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande, Chaperone, The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, the Torture Poets Department. Automatically, take this goddamn Torture Poets Department off the damn list. We take this shit off. I don't care what they trying to make happen. Like, what's your name said it? Mean Girls. Stop trying to make fetch happen. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all gotta stop it. The Grammys be pissing me off with that. We get it, y'all love Taylor, but this damn album was not played anywhere. Why do y'all keep trying to make it happen? I'm lying. These people love Taylor. But with that being said, I still ain't heard nobody say, ooh, Tortured Poets, oh my gosh. Amazing body of work. Her fan base is similar to Beyonce's, and they go hard for any and everything. I get it, I feel it. If that's your fave, get it, cool. But me personally, I don't fake nothing, no matter if I like them or not. If I don't like the song, I just don't like the song. And this album, if it's this the album I think I listened to, or tried to get into because I wanted to see what it was hitting on, baby, that wasn't it. If it's that sad, sappy album, then this one ain't it. It didn't have no context. The songs were, oh my gosh. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, I did hear majority of the Chaperone album, and I was slightly surprised because I'm like, okay, I see. I kind of see it's different, but it's also she got context to the songs, and they're not just boring. It has, meanings in a lot of those songs and those tracks that, she put out. And I was actually listening to the lyrics. And yeah, it's very different sound, but it was nice pop. But it does sound like a older, like a 70s, if y'all know what I'm talking about, like a certain era disco, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's giving me like 70s, 80s vibes. But decent body of work. Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande. I love Ariana down. I've been loving Ariana for a very long time, at the top and start of her musical career. And I have listened to every album that she's put out. And I also have not put out the Eternal Sunshine review that I did when it first came out. I am horrible, y'all. I know. I am so sorry. But I will definitely put it out so y'all can hear my thoughts entirety on the album. But Eternal Sunshine grew on me so crazy this year. I listened to it because I recorded a video to it, and at first I was like, I was just like, okay, this is cool. But the what is it called? Self-titled track of Eternal Sunshine, my shit. I love that song. I like The Boy Is Mine. It's a few other songs on there that I actually like and grew on. We Can't Be Friends is good. It's a few other songs on there. So I actually really enjoyed it a second time when I went back to listen. Hit Me Hard and Soft. Again, I have another reaction review that I have not dropped for that one. Billie, baby. I said this on this video that I will be dropping. I am now a fan of Billie. I tried at first. I didn't give her a chance because I was like, all this shit sounds sad as hell. I'm not trying to be depressed. But when I listened to Hit Me Hard and Soft, I was like, oh, she taking it. I get it. I understand it now. Same thing with the Sabrina album, short and sweet. Very good body of work. Sabrina ate that album up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna hold you. So if we're gonna go off of what I feel should win for best pop vocal album, again, let's focus on vocal. I am gonna have to say I would give it to Billie. I would give it to Billie. Because vocally in... Oh my gosh, that album was so good. That, like, literally impeccable. Ariana vocally is always gonna eat. So if they decide, I'm gonna say it's gonna be between these three. But at the end of the day, if Billie ends up winning album of the year, they definitely finna give Sabrina the album for short and sweet. I mean the award for short and sweet. Which I wouldn't be entirely too upset about it, but the fact that I go hard for Ariana, I feel like they should give it to Ari because they be playing in her face, and they played real bad in her face that year she had put out Thank You Next and Sweetener, or no, it might have been Thank You Next. But more of the story, they played in my girl face, and they knew they should have gave her that album. But I think they might feel sorry and give it to Ariana if they can't decide if they want to give it to Billie or Sabrina. That's just my opinion of what they might do. But I'll be surprised if they give Ariana album of the year or pop vocal of the year. Best dance electronic recording. We're gonna skip past this, baby, because let's just say Kate Renata, because that's the only one I really know in that category. I like little dance tracks, but I don't know who those people is. I don't know who those people is at all. So we just gonna go ahead, skip past. Best dance pop recording. Make You Mine, Madison Beer. I've never heard of that song unless I just don't know I've heard of it. Von Dutch, Charlie XCX. Again, I have not heard of this Charlie album, so I can't tell you. But the L'Amour de Ma, whatever it's called, that song hit. I don't know about the Over Now extended edit, but like I said, that album is flawless. Yes, and Ariana. Got Me Started, Troye Sivan. I would say for dance pop recording, go ahead and get that to Ariana. If y'all gonna do anything, give her something, because y'all be playing in that woman's face. Best dance electronic. There we go. That's what I meant to say about the Charlie album. They said it was more like dance, electronic, rock. And that's why I kind of didn't give it a chance, because I don't even know if I'm going to like it. And I just feel like, I don't know if that's a sound that I would entirely want to listen to for a whole album. But they're probably going to give it to her. Or they can give it to Kate Renata. But I don't think that they are going to do that. They're most likely going to give it to Charlie. Best remix recording. They have Alter Ego, which is Doechii and JT. A Bar Song with Shabuzi and David Guetta. Espresso with Mark Ronson. Josh Season with Julian Marley and is it Ann Teas? And then Von Dutch with Charlie and A.G. Cook. Again, I don't know these remixes, but if I'm assuming, they possibly would do either Sabrina or Doechii. Rock and metal, baby, we gonna skip past that because I don't know nothing about that. So I'm not even about to sit here and talk. I heard of Green Day, so just give it to Green Day, I guess. Metal performance. Again, we don't know nothing metal. We're gonna skip that. Best rock song. We don't know nothing about that. We're gonna skip those. Let's stay tuned. Alternative music. A new vocal or instrumental solo. We're gonna go ahead and skip that as well. Best alternative music album. We don't know those people either. There we go. This is our category, y'all. This is our category. R&B, rap, and spoken word poetry. Best R&B performance. All right. So for best R&B performance, we have Guidance, Janae, Aiko, The GOAT, Residuals, Chris Brown, Here We Go, Uh-Oh, Coco Jones, Made for Me, live on BNT, Money Long, and Saturn, SZA. Life's better on Saturn. If I have to decide on the best R&B performance, again, keywords is performance. This category is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, it can go either way. Anybody can take it and I'll be okay. Sometimes in categories, I'll be like, all right, now, what is they doing in this category? But I can't go wrong with nobody in this category because I think I listen to everybody in this category. Residuals, I know everyone is very much so in love with. The Coco song I really liked. But if we're saying performance-wise, I would either go Money Long, Coco, or Chris. I really liked Saturn, and I like Guidance. But for performance, it probably should go to either Coco, Chris, or Money. Because Made for Me was a very huge track for Money Long. And I feel like although Residuals is a very good track for Chris Brown, I feel like they're gonna overlook Money Long for her impact of what she did with that song. But that's my opinion. I feel like possibly, but they might give it to Chris. Best traditional R&B performance, meaning for new vocal or instrumental traditional R&B recordings. If we're going traditional, they have Wet, Marsha Ambrosius. I have not heard that song, but I love Marsha. Can I Have This Groove? Kenyon Dixon, never heard that song. No Lie, Layla Hathaway. That might be a solid track. I just haven't heard it. Make Me Forget, Money Long, and That's You, Lucky Day. Listen, Lucky Day is a singer. Chris Brown sings, but Lucky Day can sing. Like, that man's vocal ability, the live performances I've heard, I haven't heard in person, but I've looked online. Just the albums that he's been putting out in the last few years. Lucky Day is like that dude for real when it comes to that. And although Chris is Chris, I don't want y'all to try to overshadow Lucky Day, even though Chris ain't in this category. I'm just saying, if they are in the category, we'll see. We got the best R&B song next. Lucky Day deserves everything as far as these credentials of these Grammys because he's given R&B. And for that best traditional R&B performance, I would give it to Lucky Day. Best R&B song. We have After Hours with Kehlani. We have Burning with Tim's. Okay, we gotta get back. I don't know how it went back up there. But let's go back to best R&B song. We have Here We Go with Coco Jones. Ruin Me with Money Long, and SZA's Saturn. best R&B song. After with all of these songs for best R&B song, I really like Ruin Me. I really like Coco's Here We Go. Tim's. You can never go wrong with Tim's. Kehlani After Hours was decent. Only reason why I say decent is because maybe I'm not listening enough to Kehlani these days. But that one album where she was looking over the wall with the water hose, when I say flawless, I don't think she can make a better album than that album. I'll be so honest with you. I said this to my friend the other day. That's why I don't think I've been able. Like, I love Kehlani. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hear a song, I'm like, ooh, I like this song. But as far as a body of work that she was able to create during that time, I don't know what was in that album. It's like crack, but I don't know. Saturn. So who I think should win would probably be Coco. Who I think they may give it to is SZA. But Ruin Me, listen, she did that live performance on I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, wow, like artistry at its finest, storytelling at its finest. Ruin Me is just different. It's really good. Really good. I would want her or Coco to win, but they may give it to SZA. Tim's is Tim's, but I feel like they're gonna try to give her Afrobeats category. Best progressive R&B album, you have okay, so what's the credentials with this? For albums containing greater than 75% playing time, newly recorded progressive vocal tracks. Okay, interesting. So we have So Glad to Know You, Avery Sunshine. We have En Route, Durand. What? I love Durand, and he has a Grammy nominated album. You better go on. That's so good. They have overlooked that man for so long. I am so happy for him. Bando Stone, Childish Gambino. I've never heard that. In the New World. Crash, Kehlani, Why Lord, NX Worries. I haven't even heard this album with Durand. But I really love Durand as an artist and a live vocal. Like, every time I see him, he's singing a lot of covers. I've heard a few of his songs, but I've usually only seen him singing covers. But every time he does these covers, that man's vocal ability is insane. So I guess I'm going to just say Durand because that's just who I think deserves to be recognized. Best R&B album, you have Chris Brown, 11:11. You have Layla Hathaway, Vanta Black, Revenge, Money Long, Algorithm, Lucky Day, and Coming Home Usher. Listen, I get y'all love Chris, and I love Chris too, but if we're talking about, oh my gosh. And I love Angel Numbers, and I love Healing Energy. I think that's the only, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's probably the only song I've heard on that album besides Residuals. But and then Money Long's Revenge. Coming Home Usher, I haven't even took the time to listen to that, and I have not heard the Layla Hathaway. I would say they would give it to Chris because it's Chris Brown. But in all actuality, I think Lucky should get that. Lucky or Money, but I would give it to Lucky. Only because that man has multiple tracks on that album that are very standout vocally. It's like he took his time writing all of those songs, and it's so good. Best rap performance, we have Enough, Miami, Cardi B, When the Sun Shines Again, Common, Nissan Altima, Doechii, Houdini, Eminem, Like That, Future and Metro, and Kendrick. Okay. Yeah, Glow, period. We got Glorilla, and then we have Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Best rap performance, meaning ability and style. Uh, this is what I'm assuming it means when I hear rap performance. I would give it to anything that Kendrick is on. Like That, definitely for sure. That feature was amazing. This will start the whole Drake and Kendrick beef. So I would say Like That. Or yeah, Glow. Again, Not Like Us, Kendrick, or Doechii. Those are the people I would be fine with winning. Who I think they may give it to. They might fuck around and pull a okie doke and get that shit to Eminem just to be fucking childish. Like, cause why they be doing off the wall shit like that? Why would you give it to Eminem and all these other people was on here? But and that's not to hate on Eminem, but Houdini over Not Like Us would be insane. Y'all don't play in this man face. Give that shit to Kendrick. Either way, I feel like Kendrick or Glow can take it. Best melodic rap performance for a solo or collaborative performance containing both elements of R&B melodies and rap. So they have Kehlani. I like the way your body is, and not too obvious. Jordan and Kehlani. I don't know that man's last name, so we're gonna skip over that. We have Spaghetti. Again, I have not heard of this woman's album, so I don't know what this even sounds like. But they said it was her, Shabuzi. I think I kind of heard of it when she performed it at the halftime show. We Still Don't Trust You. Future and Metro with The Weeknd. Big Mama with Lotto. I hate that song. And 3, Rhapsody and Erykah Badu. Melodic rap performance. I would give it to Kehlani. I don't even know if Kehlani has a Grammy. I will look that up at the end for sure because I need to know. And I feel like that song was everywhere. And melodically, I would say Kehlani was a good track. And that'll be crazy if he wins his first Grammy off of the first year he's been famous. That would be insane. That's what Tyler did. So it's possible. But Tyler, actually, that song was really good. Water was actually a really good track. Best rap song. It was released or if it's first achieved during the eligibility year. Asteroids, Rhapsody. I love Rhapsody, but people are going to overlook Rhapsody. They always do. Carnival, Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign. Like That, Kendrick, Metro and Future. Not Like Us, Kendrick, Yes, Glow. I feel like Kendrick needs to take it. Only because either way he do it, Like That, if they give it to Future and them, that'll be cool. Or Not Like Us would be cool too, because it's kind of like, I mean, it was Kendrick's year, if we're being honest with you. He can take it. Best rap album. Might delete later. J. Cole. Come on, Cole. Although I don't like that he was acting like a pussy and he bagged about the little battle or whatever. But we still gonna vote for Cole because Cole is still Cole. Common. Auditorium. Volume 1. Alligator Bites Never Heal. Listen. I have not put out the rest of the Doechii reaction, but I will be dropping that as well. As soon as I can edit and get it out. Best rap album. That's crazy for Doechii. I did say that. I think it was an amazing body of work. I got a chance to listen to the full album, and I think it was dope. Check out part 1 on my channel if you haven't. Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. We Don't Trust You. I did not fully listen to We Don't Trust You, but ideally they may give it to them because, because I seen it everywhere, honestly. Might delete later because J. Cole is J. Cole. But again, I don't think they're gonna do that. They might give it to Doechii because I feel like they're not gonna give Doechii nothing else. So they might just give it to Doechii. Because what they'll like to do with the Grammys is to not stir the pot. They try to give it to somebody they feel like may be deserving, but they probably shouldn't have got it. Because it is, you know, not saying that she don't deserve it, but when it's too hard, they try to break a tie. They try to give it to someone that might be a second option, which is what they usually do. Best spoken word poetry album. I don't know nothing about that, so we gonna just keep scrolling. Jazz, traditional pop, contemporary instrumental. We gonna skip this because I love jazz. Give it to Samara Joy. Because that's the only one that I have listened to in that category. Best jazz instrumental, large jazz ensemble. Best Latin jazz. I didn't even know they had Latin jazz. Alternative jazz. Best traditional pop vocal album. Oh, traditional. What's the difference? Why Sabrina and them not on that? Because they're not traditional enough, I guess. Instrumental album. Best musical theater album. Okay. The Wiz. Okay. Country. Oh, they have country. They have Beyonce, Jelly Roll, Shabuzi, and Chris Stapleton. Is they gonna pull the thing and rob Beyonce and Shabuzi because they black? Is that what they're gonna do? We will find out. They might give it to Shabuzi though, because they might not want to look racist. So they're gonna give it to Shabuzi. Best country duo. Again, I don't know these people, but I do see Miley Cyrus and Beyonce. So I'm gonna be biased and say just give it to them. But I have heard of Dane and Shay for a very long time. Then they got Post Malone, so they might give it to Post. Best country song. I haven't heard of any of these songs besides probably the bar song and Texas Hold'em. So I'm gonna say Beyonce might take that one. Because they're gonna try to get Beyonce stuff, but they ain't gonna try to do too much. They might give it to Beyonce for best country album as well because they're not trying to hurt her feelings. They go, you know, they've been hearing the controversy. They ain't trying to be that one, and Beyonce hold the most Grammys ever, so they want her to come back. And if they play in her face and don't give her barely anything, that woman will not be showing up next year. Best contemporary blues album. I don't know that one. We don't know no folk. Original roots. Okay, gospel. Okay, Tasha Cobbs, Yolanda. Okay. Best contemporary Christian. I have this weird thing with how I feel about people judging gospel music because it's for the Lord. So what are we really judging? I don't get it, but you know they gotta have that category too. Again, this is some stuff I don't know nothing about. They got the Latino categories. If Shakira's in it, we're gonna go ahead and say Shakira. Okay. Best global music performance. Okay. Best African music. Here we are. They have Tomorrow, Yemi, MMS, Asaki. I don't know if I'm saying that. And Wizkid. Sensational with Chris Brown and Davido. Higher with Burna Boy and Love Me JJ. Go ahead and get at the tens, but they might give it to Chris. Best global musical album. Thames. Okay. Okay, Thames. Rima. Let's not play in Tim's face and get at the Thames. They got a reggae. The Bob Marley One Love soundtrack was actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I was vibing when I was listening to or watching the movie. Okay, we're gonna skip over this stuff. Best audio book. Best compilation soundtrack. The Color Purple. Okay. Best score soundtrack. Okay. Are they gonna what's that movie called? Wicked? Is Wicked getting any nomination? Best music video, okay. Taylor Swift, ASAP Rocky, 360, Charlie, Houdini, Eminem. Okay, if we're talking best music video, either Kendrick or Houdini. I did watch the Houdini music video, and I think that was pretty nice. But so they might give it to Eminem. Best music film. Goodness, I didn't know it was this many categories. Best engineered album. Non-classical. Okay. Again, I would say either Sabrina or Lucky Day. Producer of the Year, classical, but we're not looking at that because that's more not our speed. Okay. Is that about it? I think that's about it. All right. With that being said, that concludes the nominations. And so that pretty much concludes everything for this year. Grammy predictions and nominations. I would hope that they would make great decisions this year. But they actually didn't do too bad as far as nominations is concerned. So I think that everything should flow smoothly if they make better decisions with their choices on who needs to win or not. Like I said, Billie had a phenomenal year as far as this album is concerned. Really good album to the T. Sabrina had a really good album. Like I mentioned before, she's very witty with the things that she does as far as music choices, the songs that she chooses, the way she chooses to write. I don't know if she's writing everything, but if she is, we can see her humor in it, and we love a comedian, under wraps comedian that we didn't know about, but she has a very good sense of humor. If she is writing these songs in the way that she writes it, she had like country, she had pop. I sense a little R&B in some of the tracks, and also I did see a cover to Jasmine Sullivan's "I'm in Love with Another Man," which she did, and I was like, pleasantly surprised because I didn't know she can sing like that. That is why I believe that she needs to do an R&B album for sure, because the girl has a voice. As far as Ariana is concerned, Ariana should at least take home some of the pop categories with Sabrina, because I know Sabrina's gonna win some. My girl Ray Ray needs to go home with some. Y'all, please don't play in her face. Let me see. Shabuzi is probably gonna win quite a few with Beyonce, or one or two. I think they're nominated with one or two categories. And of course they're gonna make sure Beyonce goes home with a country something, because they is not trying to look racist. If she has the most Grammys, because if she don't win something, baby will not be back next year. So y'all better stop playing and get that girl one of those awards. That lady per se. As far as the rap categories are concerned, Kendrick for sure. Kendrick. They are not gonna allow Doechii to get rap album. Maybe. I'm just saying maybe. I think that it was very solid. It was better than a lot of these men's albums that they have released. And I see great things for her. Even if she doesn't get anything now, I'm sure she'll get in the future. She actually has talent. SZA may go home with something if they can't decide on the R&B category. Like I said earlier, if they cannot decide, they usually just choose another option that'll be like, okay, we accept that. So they may give it to SZA. Chris is probably gonna be there. I don't think they nominate him often. I don't think he's been to the Grammys for a very long time. So he may win it definitely for Residuals, because that was a very big track this year. But like I said, Lucky Daye is still that guy. Vocally, he is very much so beating a lot of these R&B artists out here. Money Long as well. I would like for them not to sleep on Money Long and go ahead and give her that that Grammy for Made for Me, because it was everywhere. Nobody knows me like you do. That was everywhere. So Twin, Where Have You Been? Like, that was the whole thing. So if they don't give it to her, I know something. And we all love Chris, but I don't think Chris had a bigger song than Made for Me. That little, the kids were singing it, adults were singing it, old people singing it. It was everywhere. But yeah, so that's my predictions. Billie is gonna sweep. That is my prediction for Billie. She is going to sweep. She's gonna get Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year. She's gonna sweep at least 4 or 5 awards for sure. Sabrina will either get Best New Artist or Pop Album. That's just my call. Ariana may get that duo with Monica and Brandy. That would be a smart idea if they did that, but they may give it to Sabrina, which I will not be entirely mad about, but I want her to win the duo. Ariana should win duo, because the way Brandy and Monica did they runs on that song with all of them 3 together, vocally insane. Like, come on now, what are we talking about? I love Sabrina, but baby, Sabrina don't sing like, I don't think she don't sing like Ariana, Brandy, and Monica. I know she don't sing like Brandy and Monica, but I don't know if she out-singing Ariana neither, because Ariana is not the girl to be played with. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. You let me know in the comments what you think. I will be trying to edit and get out the rest of the reviews and reactions that I have not released. Please bear with me. Life has been extremely lifing, like I said earlier. But I will be getting those other videos out shortly. In the meantime, please watch my other reaction reviews. Tell me what you think. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Alright, bye-bye.